Good morning, everyone. It's Monday, the 22nd of June, and we are set for sunshine as we embark on the final 2 weeks of the academic year. And what a year it has been, a year, of course, that none of us will ever forget. Further, we are halfway now through the solar year with the passing of the summer solstice. That's to say, the day in the northern hemisphere which has the most sunlight. As doubtless you will know, solstice derives from Latin, and you will recognize sol as being the Latin word for sun, and then sistere, the verb which means standing still, and thus solstice. And like so many English words, solstice has this inner etymological beauty, meaning the sun standing still. For it appears to do so as the sun, when seen from the earth, appears to pause on its daily journey at its northern limit before reversing direction. In England, the summer solstice is closely connected with Stonehenge, which I'm sure many of you have visited. I seem to remember as a small boy, before it was cordoned off, being able to wander around those mighty, monolithic slabs of stone. And just how was it possible to quarry that stone and bring those slabs into formation some 2,000 or 3,000 years BC before Christ, or BCE, before the Common Era, as we sometimes hear now. It is one of the great mysteries of the world, and today we don't exactly have free access, as quite properly it is curated by the National Trust, but always it's worth stopping off when on the A303 down to Devon and Cornwall, and to allow those stones to speak to us. For any literature student, Stonehenge evokes the symbol of Tess of the D'Urbervilles, Thomas Hardy's novel, a novel with an extraordinary mix of paganism, nature, sacrifice, and indeed in Shakespeare's King Lear, it's not specifically set in Stonehenge, but it is set in ancient times, such as the might of the world nevertheless underpins the action of the play. And there is this force when we step back and allow ourselves spiritually to experience the might of the world and of its celestial movement. And so what all this means is that we've now passed the longest day of the year, the day with the most sunlight. And sometimes in the summer, when it's so light in the evenings, it seems extraordinary to think back back to the depths of winter, when school finished at 4 p.m. and how it was already getting dark outside. For beyond us there is this great system, this great solar system which carries on regardless of us. The sense of something bigger than us, greater than us. And in a sense we're just passing through. And this weekend in South Asia, China and Taiwan, people have seen a dramatic annular eclipse, the so-called Ring of Fire, where the moon passes between the earth and sun, leaving just a thin ring of light visible, and I'm sure you've seen photographs to that effect. So, if nothing else, this is a moment to reflect on the grandeur of the world, and perhaps to remember with humility our place within it, not with ourselves at the centre of the world, but rather with ourselves passing through, perhaps at most as temporary custodians, but always with a sense of awe of the majesty of the world in which we live. And so let us today give to the world, support it, and through our actions carry out those small moments of kindness, of empathy, which knit us all together, which unite us, as our spiritual world, our inner self, finds its place within the astronomical, the physical, the celestial world in which we find ourselves. Have a good day, everyone.